You will come to the apartment complex, and on the right there is a key box. You have a key fob that you just put up against the key. It makes that horrid sound and the door opens. It will go off by itself. It just takes a minute. And this is the major front lobby. Your apartment is going to be directly on the left. It's apartment number 21. Number 21 uses generally only one key. There's a little key and then a big like skeleton key. The skeleton key goes to the lock below the handle. You don't really need to use that. The trick to this is that you're going to put the little key in the deadbolt above the handle, and you'll turn the handle down at the same time, and that's what opens the door. As you enter the apartment, you have a hallway straight into the kitchen and living room. Immediately to your right is the one bedroom. We're gonna go ahead into the bedroom and take a look around. You have one plug at the end of the bed, and I know that's a silly thing to start with, but it's important because this side of the bed does not have a plug. This one does have a plug, but both lamps are plugged into it, so you're kind of short on plug space. And if you're like us and you have charging stations or a CPAP machine or something like that that you need close to your bed, that person probably needs to sleep on the right side of the bed. The window does open, and we had beautiful weather, so we kept the window open most of the time. You do want to make sure and close it before you leave. And the curtains aren't blackout curtains, but they certainly do a good job of keeping the light out if you need that. The closets are fairly full, so we didn't have a lot of space for unpacking things, but there were things in here that were nice to have. If you need an extra blanket, hair dryer, iron, or a laundry basket, all of that is right here. And on the other side, there is a drying rack and an ironing board, as well as additional drying racks, as well as a space fan and some extra throw pillows. We did not need those. There is hanging space here. It's just that because the closet is kind of full, you really have room for just for like shirts or pants, no long dresses. There is a full-length mirror here in the bedroom, which is a really nice thing to have. And the light switch is immediately as you enter the door. Across from the bedroom is the single bathroom. It has a pedestal sink, a toilet, and a tub and shower. This glass panel moves, so you do want to be careful that it is sealed tightly against the tub. You have separate hot and cold water for the bathtub, and then you have a separate water turn on and heating valve over here for the shower. There are hooks on the wall for towels, as well as a heated towel rack and a hook at the back of the door. This is your light for the bathroom, and so that's a pull on, pull off. And you do have some cupboards, though they tended to be full with toilet paper and other supplies, and there is a mirror. The shower does include shampoo, conditioner, and body wash, which was nice to have. There's also hand wash at the sink, and we'll now move into the kitchen. In the kitchen, you have a radiator heater. The kitchen is really well appointed. There is a washing machine. It is not a washer dryer combo, so you will need that drying rack that I showed you in the bedroom. There is a microwave over here, toaster, and you have dish soap and hand soap by the kitchen sink, as well as a drying rack. There is not a dishwasher, but you do have dish and glassware, as well as coffee making supplies, some cooking supplies, and a colander and a shredder. You have silverware, spatulas, and the like for cooking. This is more of like a drawer for the owner or manager. And the same, this one has some cookbooks and that sort of thing, but essentially this is for the owner manager. These drawers over here offer cooking mitts and towels, placemats, empty, and empty should you need to put your own things in. There are supplies in this cupboard here for the washing machine and for the sink and dish cleaning. This cupboard has cutting boards and some spices and oil and vinegar for you, which is really helpful if you're coming for a short stay and don't want to do shopping for those big items. There is also saran wrap and foil. There is a mini fridge, and we found a bottle of Prosecco in our mini fridge. It's gone, but we certainly enjoyed that and appreciate that gift. This is also an owner's use drawer. And this cupboard had some coffee and tea items as well as some other baking items. They do leave milk, sugar, coffee, and tea, which we really didn't use, but I always appreciate having it for the times that you do need it. And I just want to mention right outside your kitchen window is this lovely hydrangea bush. So in the right season, what a beautiful thing that is to look out on. There is a dining space across from this very large kitchen island. There is a dining space for 3, although if you pulled it out, you could fit 4, and there is an additional chair over in the corner. And this is a futon, so it makes out into a bed, and we just let them know that we had a 3rd person, and they had all of the sheets and everything here for us. There's an additional desk with a chair, so really nice to have a dedicated workspace. Appreciated that. There is a TV. It is not a smart TV, but it does have free channels, so you can watch regular TV, and some books up here that are appreciated as well. I would say the things that you're going to love about this house is you're going to love its location. We went to a show at the Byre Theater, and we were literally 50 steps from the house to the theater. That was really terrific. You're also going to love its general location in town. It's 10-minute walk one way to get to the castle and the Abbey and East Sands Beach, which lies at one end of the town. St. Andrews University is spread out throughout the town, but Sally's Quad, or the College of St. Salvador with St. Salvador's Chapel, is the most prominent and probably the place in the university that you want to see, and it's very centrally located. The flat is just about a block away from the quad, so it is that central, 10 minutes to East Sands, and then it's an additional 10-15 minutes walk in the opposite direction of East Sands to get to West Sands Beach and the golf course. And in between you have tons of shops and restaurants and cafes. Flat is complete. It's small. It fit 3 people just fine. I think my concerns with it are more having to do with just not enough plugs. And that's no fault of the owner. That's just the state of electricity when this was built. But the location makes up for anything that I don't love about this flat. Make sure to watch our Eat, Stay, and Play channel, where we have a rundown of the best restaurants, shops, and places that you need to visit while you're in St. Andrews. And on our Brews and Views channel, join us for beer tasting.